And we start off with the latest drag on drug makers. Novo Nordisk getting slammed after the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid published its list of 15 drugs subject to price negotiations for 2027, including Novo's GLP-1 drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy. That stock fell over 5% today, now trading at lows last seen in the summer of 2023. Eli Lilly shares falling in sympathy and broader concerns over pricing pressures in the GLP-1 category. Shares were down more than 4%, bringing its losses since Monday to 9%. The company also trimmed 2025 guidance earlier in the week. And another wrinkle for Novo, the company out with top-line results of a trial that studied a higher dose of Wegovy than is currently on the market, patients losing an average 20.7% of their body weight after 72 weeks. That's still, though, slightly less than what patients see on existing doses of Eli Lilly's Zepbound. So what does this all mean for the direction of the obesity trade, which has really come back down to earth for a bit? Karen?
Yeah, well, down, obviously, right? And so for Novo, I mean, just looking at where Novo has been in the last, 5 months or so, it's down almost half, which is, if it weren't so big, it would be a takeover target for somebody. But it is still like, $350 billion or so. I mean, this is bad. I am long Lilly. It's clearly has, you can't help but think, all right, well, if that's happening to Novo, you got to think that Lilly's going to suffer some of that pressure as well. I'm still long. That hasn't been the right place to be in the last 2 months. But I really believe in this trade and this drug, the promise of this drug. And even if there is, I'm sort of hopeful that it will get covered much more broadly than we think.
So they'll make it up on volume, effectively.
Yes, although I don't know that it works exactly that way. It's not like, oh, if you're on the list, then then we'll cover it. But I do think that there's a chance that we see much broader coverage.
Aren't we going to see a whole new negotiating team once Trump's team comes in, or is this?
Do you think they're going to be easier on Novo Nordisk? They're going to say, Novo Nordisk, we don't want to cut you that much. We have lots of people on this drug who want to pay. Let them pay a little more. Does that sound like something they're going to do?
I know that.
When I put it that way, no, right?
I sense that you're being sarcastic. So I think that we're going to go with whatever the lobbyists and big pharma kind of. That's unfortunately the way our government works. Mm-hmm. So, and I think everyone likes to leave their own fingerprint. If he thinks that this is a better deal to do better, historically, when they do these negotiations, the drug price comes in 22%. What does that do? So if you do some analysis and you go through, read the tea leaves, it's probably a 10% discount on Novo. When you look at it down 26% for the year, these are the names that we've talked about so much. They've been so prevalent, and they've been these high flyers. It's down 26% for the year. Another 10% is probably not going to squeeze people out of it. That's probably your worst case scenario for me.
So down another 10% is your
worst case scenario
the floor in this stock. You think?
I think the worst case in everything that we know right now, and I think you have the upshot of Trump's team being less onerous on these negotiations.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, that is the big unknown, is what is the new administration going to do with these price negotiations? But I think realistically, many analysts knew that they were going to be in this list of companies that were up for these price drops.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is why I think probably a lot of this more so is because of the trial that just came out, probably more so than the price increases. But I think even if there is that price pressure, the question is, will there be increased volume for the demand in these drugs? And I think that's what we're continuing to see is the demand is there. They're really still not even able to supply it enough to get it out to people. And I would still say that outweighs these price pressures that, yes, I would buy on these dips here. I would, I don't know how much further it would take to go, but I think I would look at this as a long-term opportunity.
So I would just say, zooming out, I was on the road pretty much the entire month of December, and I got I got an earful from investors who were worried about the market, itching to go defensive, and they were talking about just about any other sector besides healthcare. And the reason why was the political uncertainty. And even looking at an area like pharma, where we had been seeing some good earnings revisions. You looked at the sector broadly, you'd seen some good valuation appeal. Maybe there was an idea there was a little bit less risk in that sector than other areas. I feel like this is a sector that just cannot catch a break. And going into a political environment where we don't know what we're going to get, I think it's tough to step in.